we will, as we always do, truck on forward to the UFC, Jason Rubin. Do we say it's coming?
Yeah,
Do
it's like
we hold
winter.
our breath?
It's like winter. It's taken 30 UFC events. This is gonna be 214. They fought at 182. So we're talking, that's a 32, you had to do a little bit of math. 32 UFC events.
Quicker than I would get.
It's taken roughly 32 years for us to get to Game of Thrones winter. It has taken roughly 32 years for Daniel Cormier and Jon Jones to actually fight each other again. I hope come July 29th.
A quick point on the whole Game of Thrones thing. I think it's very similar to Scotland, where if people were to be like, oh, it's going to be winter soon in Scotland, I'd be like, what's it been up to now? It's always winter.
Yeah, the difference was though, like they don't, like you have electricity, and in Game of Thrones,
it just gets
you just get cold and die.
But not winter doesn't look very warm either. Still looks pretty cold.
It's true, it does look cold. Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
Fire was just a wonderful invention.
Yeah, of course it was.
Really helpful in that time. Really helpful in this time.
Always helpful. Daniel Cormier, Jon Jones. It's been on and off, on and off, on and off, 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 and off. And Jon Jones has basically stated that he's given us an oath. He called up 280 Sports and he said, I'm gonna make this fight. You can get excited. He told us, Jason, nothing's gonna stop him making this fight this time.
But I'll never believe anything Jon Jones
Of course,
says.
even if he did make that call, I probably wouldn't have believed it.
And I only say that because Jon Jones, if you're only as good as your word, Jon Jones's word has been tarnished for a few years now, and we can't, until they step into the octagon. And by the way, if it were to fall through again, it would be an absolute disaster for the UFC.
I wouldn't give him an all shot. That's just my opinion. I'd be done.
I wouldn't either. And also, just for Daniel Cormier, he needs this. And again, what also really would be devastating to Daniel Cormier's legacy, if he loses to Jon Jones, don't get me wrong here, Daniel Cormier is a terrific UFC fighter, but his entire legacy hinges on this rematch. It does, because Jon Jones is the type of guy when you were in high school who was good at every single sport.
Yeah.
And if they didn't play it. So if he just decided one day like, yeah, I'm gonna go play basketball, and never played basketball before in his life, he was a lacrosse player, baseball player, any other soccer player, doesn't matter. He would make the team over you because he's just that naturally gifted of an athlete. It's the reason he ranks always in the top 1, 2, 3 pound for pound fighters. UFC 182, Jon Jones beat Daniel Cormier pretty decisively. It was 49-46 across every judge's scorecard. Some judges had Cormier win round 2, others had him winning round 3. For the most parts, 1, 4, and 5 were pretty much dominated by Jon Jones. Now there's some social media beef.
Of course there is. It's meaty. It's meatier than Daniel Cormier's midday lunch.
What would we do without social media?
I don't know what we'd do. We probably wouldn't have a job.
Be very antisocial.
Be bored. We'd probably be happier and read books.
It started with this. Daniel Cormier posted, wrestling with Jacob Kasper has been amazing. This has been my best wrestling has felt in a real long time. It didn't take him, if I didn't take him down at will last time, I know I'm gonna dump him on his doped up head this time. I'll take his ass down and when I want to. Hope you're working off your back a lot, Johnny boy. I'm gonna smash this bum. And then Jon Jones entered the conversation. Jon Jones continued to say a whole list of things. Jon Jones, like the crazy ex-girlfriend of this situation. Ever write one little post and then maybe it's a little, I mean, this wasn't that cryptic.
No,
he went right at him. But still, if you even send an emoji after a breakup and your whole entire Instagram feed is filled. Oh, a hamburger emoji? Is that because I'm fat? No, it's because I ate a hamburger.
Why would you send a hamburger emoji?
Because I was eating a hamburger.
Okay, I get it. All right, let's take a look at it so we can actually see what he said. So now the reason why you couldn't take me down the first time and I ended up taking you down like 4 times is because you weren't working out with this dude? Question mark, lol, crying face. Gus set you down like 3 times and he's a boxer. Anthony Johnson took you down like 3 times and we all know that guy's not wrestling every day. Admit it, you're not the wrestler you used to be, the person who missed weight while representing our country at the Olympics. You're a much lesser version of that guy, one that I'm not afraid of at all.
The cameraman, he didn't shoot a job hiding your body.
Oh my God.
By the way, the hashtag there is the best. DC equals hashtag and never was. Okay, well, but we're not done because we got a lot more to get to. Then, afterwards, Daniel Cormier responded, I believe, by pulling it over to Twitter. I could be wrong. Let's go through all these pretty quickly before we run out of time. So he goes, hey Daniel, I left you a response on your Instagram. Holla back when you get a chance. Cormier responds, with the stalker-esque. She's saying, dance for me, boy, keep commenting on all my shite, watch me work, show those insecurities by screenshotting everything. I mean, it is a little stalkerish.
Yeah.
It goes back and forth and back and forth. Johnny Boy's going down, he's stalking me, and they, I think he was trying to say, and they say, I'm obsessed. Stay your insecure ass off my social media, your whipping is coming, hashtagging it. Still, one more. Shows his education, it says never was, he's dumb.
Nothing but straight to the point.
Oh my God, it's too good. Is there any more, Griffin, or is that it? Right, he's a little insecure, so he's having to make sure he's always on my shite. Rest assured, Johnny Boy, I'm working with a winky face. Now they're flirting.
I wish he said shite. Would have been much better. Probably more retweets.
Francis, how much does Daniel Cormier need to win on July 29th? How much does Jon Jones need to win? And also, it's technically, oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Way more, Jon Jones, so I have a limp dick. I'm telling you, this is like a breakup.
Oh, you said my dick's limp, huh? You weren't saying that when you were asking for the limp dick.
So you put the eggplant emoji? I have zero respect for your biatch. You're going to really hate me by the time.
Yeah, I'm struggling to read as well.
And this a-hole has the nerve to comment on my leg genetics as he looked in the mirror.
And then we go down to the last one, which is taking it straight to the heart, which is someone's hairline. See his fucked up hairline? Dude couldn't get a six-pack if his life depended on it. Definitely don't mention genetics.
Yeah, I gotta give Jon Jones like a little bit of credit there. Genetically, Jon Jones was given the build.
Yeah, he looks great.
The
There's
LeBron
no doubt.
build.
But I love that they're trying to fit in as many insults in one tweet as possible. Like he goes from hairline. You see that hairline? Look how fat he is. Look at his genetics. It's like, come on, just follow through with the one comment.
They're running out of stuff, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're like, come on, there's so many things to say about someone's hairline. You could at least do that as a full tweet and then go to the next one and make fun of the belly if you have to make fun of the belly.
I agree. I'm excited for this fight. When it comes down to it, I can't believe I have to say this. I think Jon Jones wins. And that crushes me because Daniel Cormier as a personality is, I think, one of the funniest guys out there. I think he's a great ambassador for the UFC because he does things the right way. Occasionally he's had the dock out because of injury. Don't get me wrong, that's happened to every single fighter, but it's a little more honest than other points. Jon Jones, he has the doping allegations, there's the DUI allegations, there's the never making fights and
hit and run,
getting trashed before fights a week before. Like the opposite of someone you want to look up to, but you can't mess with greatness, and that's the problem here, is that Jon Jones is such a great fighter. If he had the work ethic of the greats in combat sports, I don't think Jon Jones would ever lose a fight in his career. I don't, except he's got, his problem is himself.